Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. I am hosting a new hashtag for the month of May. I'm calling it hashtag Miss You in May. It is specifically in honor of my daughter Mara that passed away. Her birthday was in May. It was right around Mother's Day. So I miss her all the time, right? But there are certain times throughout the year when I miss her a little bit more. And to be honest, I miss all my kids. They're all grown and moved away and that kind of thing. So this is kind of in honor of all of my kiddos that I don't get to spend time with, but specifically with Mara in mind because she's passed. And my oldest stepdaughter also has a birthday in May, just a couple days on the other side of Mother's Day. So yeah, lots to be missing right now for me. So I invite you to join along and make miss you cards, thinking of you cards, just a note, anything like that. And tell me about the people that you're missing, the people, places, things, animals, whatever it is that you're missing. And yeah, it doesn't have to be a solemn story. It doesn't have to be sad. Your story is your story, but I would love to hear. And in that, we can honor the ones that we love. So let me get to my card, okay? So I started out thinking that I was going to make ATCs. I had this beautiful print. It's a gel plate print. If you want to go back and pause and see the whole thing, it's pretty glorious. I created it on a large gel plate. It was I believe it was 8.5 by 11 Jelly Arts plate. And I used lots of different acrylic paints from Arteza, as well as the Lotza Dotz, Lotza Dotz, Lotza Dotz stencil from Aall and Create. And as I was trimming it down, trimming that the print down, you can see the little ATCs up there in the top right corner. So I was trimming it down. I had all these beautiful strips. And I thought, if you don't use these strips right now, you are just going to waste them or they'll sit in a drawer forever. So I changed directions and I decided I'd go ahead and make a card and finish the ATCs later. So I got to making the card and I couldn't stop making the card until it was done. And then when it was done, I was done for the night. So this is just where we're at. The ATCs are on hold, but don't worry, they'll be coming. They'll be coming for sure. But this gel plate print is absolutely stunning. I've done this, or I created it. I'm trying to remember when it was. It's been more than a year, more than 2 years probably. It's been in my stash for a while because I didn't want to cut it up because it looks so cool as a whole. I didn't want to trim it down. But anyway, I did. I did for Miss You in May because I'm missing my girl. And yeah, missing somebody doesn't necessarily mean that it's sad and solemn, right? There can be quirky things about them that we're missing, or a snark about their personality, or whatever it is. So yes, it's solemn that I miss my kiddos for sure, but particularly Mara, who's the one that passed, had a snark about her for sure. So as we get going on this card, you'll see the sentiment if you didn't catch it in the beginning. And it's just so her. It's just so her. So it's not a sad card per se, but on the inside I do put miss you because I miss her. So just stripping up these gel plate prints with a coordinating colored cardstock from my stash. I literally reached into my drawer and pulled out my blue folder and pulled out these teals. So I was just going to do the two larger ones in the beginning, but then I decided I would piece the remnants together so it didn't go to waste. And I love how it looks. It's looking really cool. Now I could have used brown in lieu of the teal, but I just love the teal. And actually the paint that's on the print is much more of a green than it is a teal, but there's also teal in it, and for whatever reason the teal seemed to pop more when it was in the strips. You can see in the top left-hand corner, you can see that it's more green, but it's just interesting how that works. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit more about my kiddo Mara. So definitely the youngest. Had I had her first, I would not have had any other children. The pregnancy was not difficult. The labor and delivery were difficult, very difficult. And yeah, truly, if she'd have been my first, she'd have been my only. But yeah, she was my last. There's a reason for that. Yeah. I'm not going to go into my labor and delivery story, but yeah, just know it was a rough one. But she is definitely missed by everyone who knew her pretty much. I mean, I'm sure there were people who disliked her. That's just life, right? No one likes everybody. No one's liked by everybody. So, but I actually met someone at work the other day who went to school with her. They were a community rep or a rep for a community company, and they came to just share their business at work, and we just got to talking, and yeah, he and his wife both went to school with my girl. So that was kind of exciting. We were both in tears. It was, yeah, very, very nice to be able to share her, but also in that made it more real and more immediate. I remember talking to my coworker about it because we're in our 8th year since we lost Mara. And, I don't talk about her to people who know her or knew her very often, other than my other kiddos. And to meet somebody out of the clear blue sky that I didn't even know knew her, and then we just were able to talk about her. And yeah, kind of bittersweet. But I believe that sharing the memories keeps them with us in some way. I don't know. I don't claim to have the answers. I apologize. I don't claim to have the answers, but I do believe that when we talk about the ones that we love and lost, it does keep them with us in some way. And so I don't want her to go. I want to keep her in whatever capacity I can keep her. So I will talk about her. I often talk about her. I often talk to her, for that matter. But yeah, to be able to share her at work was pretty cool, especially with someone who knew her, and that was totally unexpected to me. So I did tell him about this hashtag, the Miss You in May, and yeah, I don't know what might come of his knowing about it, but he knows, as do his other coworkers. So here we are. Look at that sentiment. I meant to behave, but there were too many other options. And that was definitely her. She was quite the adventurous one. Yeah, she's not the only one of my kiddos that was adventurous, but she definitely was. But anyway, guys, that's a little bit of my story about my Mara, and I'm sure that I'll share more about her and my other kiddos as I go throughout the month. But join me in celebrating hashtag Miss You in May. I can't wait to hear about your loved ones. Thanks so much, guys. Until next time, this has been Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah. And I'm out.